Now you don't even know it.
Now it's live.
Now it is. Now, what
Huh.
is it? It is.
It
Oh
is.
my God, it's
Yeah.
live. We're
There
here.
is no need to do any sharing since it blasted out, unless you want to share on your Twitter or whatever. But yeah, we're live, you guys. So I guess we'll just kick it off here. We're kind of going fast tonight. We got stuff going on this evening, and it's hard being a celebrity. So we're thankful we had time to connect today. I had to talk to Tom's agent, he had to talk to mine, and then we were like, wait, we should just talk to each other. But without further ado, let's kick off the show. Hey everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy John on Demand, aka Johnny Locks, with these glorious locks here, looking so plentiful. And of course, you guys, joined by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one, Midwest Highlander Extreme. And we are a comic book look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics here. If you're in the Sioux Falls area, 42nd in Minnesota, or if you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, stop by and say howdy to Taylor and the team down there. 70th and A, I believe, is the cross street there, and they have a lot of restaurants around them. I'm super jealous. I think one's a breakfast place. I'm like, how would you not have that every day? But I digress. So yeah, we are a comic book look, and we are just going to talk about some books tonight because that's what we do, and that's why we're here. I did just drop a truth bomb on Tom that I have 2 books to talk about tonight. My reviews are going to be a little more quick. But other than that, no real happenings going on right now. I got to give a quick shout out though to Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. 'Tis the season. Yeah, so that's that. Tom, anything from your side of the world before we hit it with books?
I mean, no, John, it's good to see you. I love when John lets the hair down. I mean, he looks so studly. I mean, with the Morbius hat on, it's like, God, the glasses, the beard. John is on point. Oh, the matching shirt. It's like, sometimes it all just comes together for old Johnny boy. And today is one of those days, man.
Bro.
You're looking fucking good, bro.
Ow, ow.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting some hellos here. I just wanted to flash them really quick. Facebook user is actually Chad. So through our comic book look group, it says Facebook user, which is really stupid. But there he is. Now he's showing up. Boom. There he is. And then we got Tony checking in with us. Hey, Tony. And our boy Aaron from Comic Book College up in the cities. Good evening, Tom and John. Indeed. And good evening to you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening. We have some really interesting books and things that you are not going to expect from me. And I am so excited about that. I have 2 books, so I'm actually going to go first. And then we're going to let Tom go, and then I'll wrap it up from there. Tom, are we feeling seasonal or are we feeling not seasonal for my first review?
Ooh, seasonal, buddy. It's October. It's getting spooky. There's ghosts all around, ghouls, Satans. And so, yeah, I'm ready, buddy. This is my month. I want to get seasonal.
Let's talk October then. We got from Image Comics, we have issue 1, Dark Ride. This book.
Let me see that again. Was that an ostrich? Oh, that was a human with cool boots holding a pumpkin. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Bro.
My eyes saw some weird stuff.
This book rocked my face. Okay. I went with it because it's Halloween. I get all the Halloween one-shots. I actually have a horror playlist that I'm going to call it, where I'm going to review a bunch of books like this. I am so glad I tried this out, and I am totally ride or die with this book.
Dark Ride or Die.
In a nutshell, the book opens up depicting the story of a failed gentleman that he works with mechanics and makes scary things. And eventually his ultimate goal is, I want to build a theme park that is all horror based. So it's just adult only or whatever. He ends up doing it. And then fast forward to the future, it tells the story of his kids. So on the cover is actually the dude's daughter. And it tells the story of this guy that's kind of interning there and getting his learn on. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but this book, it's grotesque, it's modern, it's fresh. It's a break from superhero, but it has that bite to it that is just pure delight for this time of the year. So, like I said, we're keeping our reviews a little bit quicker tonight. If I were to give this a beer rating, which PS right here, this one is probably, it checked all the boxes for me, you guys. This is coming from someone that loves his X-Men and his Morbius and Ghost Rider and all that stuff. This checked all the boxes for me. Try something new, try something seasonal. It's so fun. We have a lot of covers still available at Rainbow. If I were to rate this, though, a strong 6 out of 6 beers for sure. And I poured mine, this is a different 6-pack that she's getting. Fantastic read, though. Excellent writing, excellent artwork. This was a match made in heaven for me. I'm so glad I tried it, and I hope you do too.
Dude, dope. So before you put that all the way away, yeah. I mean, that's very interesting. I didn't pick it up, and I also do like the Halloween shit. So I want to get a little bit more info. Who is the artist on that? Can you read that off for us?
Yep. So on the artist, we have Andre Bresson. The writer is Joshua Williamson.
Nice. Joshua Williamson does a bunch of DC stuff, so that's really cool. I know he's done Batman and all sorts of things. And then let me take a peek of that interior art if you can, because I want to see what this shit looks like. Oh yeah, nice clear lines.
And I'll show you some of these opening ones too. It's like some of it when they're telling the story of the guy, black and white. The opening is so intense. Dude had a rough marriage where the wife was like, "Why are you wasting my time? You're never going to go anywhere with this." Well, he takes care of that.
Oh my God. That is
and might bury a body.
Yes.
So there's that. And then it's insane though, dude. It's so fun. So I recommend it. It's like evil Disneyland. It's like the anti-Walt Disney. I'm here for it. I love it. You guys seriously try out Image Comics Dark Ride. It's so great. And on the back they have the creepy little.
Ooh, I like that. That's
it was so fun. It was so much fun, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So
yeah, and I just think that's such a good concept, right? Evil Disneyland, because it's where magic happens. All right.
Well, that's my first review. I have one more book up my sleeve that you're not going to see coming, but
can't wait to see it. But I'm going to hop in here, and I've read a whole bunch. As you guys know, it's New Comic Book Day. Me and John are doing reviews. I got this actually last week. I read part of a book today. It was another Halloween one-shot, but I didn't finish it. So I wanted to talk about this book I got last week. I thought it was really good. The only reason I bought it was because the cover interested me, and the cover was an artist that I liked. I didn't even look inside. The cover artist has nothing to do with the rest of the book, which ended up being totally okay because I was on board. That book is Pink Lemonade 1. So this came out last week. This is a Shaky Kane cover. I'm a fan. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll pick that up. Pink Lemonade, it just seems weird, right? And then one of the things that I like right away is when I open it up, it's Oni Press. I am a fan of Oni Press, but you can't really see it. But the same guy, this Nick Cagnetti, is the writer and artist. So I always love that, right? When we have like a cartoonist who's going to make their own comic book, and then you're going to write it, you're going to draw it, do the whole damn thing. We have letters, different people did the letters, but even Nick Cagnetti helped with the letters too. So, he really had his hand in everything. But it is really also designed really well with a clear black, clear blank, not black, blank cover. The front cover is very like dynamic, Kirby-esque with, Shaky Kane style. And that's put together by Sarah Rockwell. So I would give her some credit too, because I just really thought this was a really cool book. I've been, getting deep into this small press and indie publishing and, these little zines and mini comics more and more than ever, and really loved to find these nooks and crannies of comics that not everybody gets their, fingers into. And then when you see what like this on the wall, it's just exciting, right? Because it's like, we got a comic that's, indie comic that Oni just found this guy, decided to put it out. I actually don't know anything about Nick Cagnetti. Maybe you guys do. Maybe he has a bunch of comics, but that I don't know about. But anyway, it gets into this. And then I think I'm getting superhero. It's very Kirby-esque.
Hey.
Proudly presents Pink Lemonade, and then it's this person who's, like on a motorcycle, catching the motorcycle in midair. And then it's like this crazy Kirby loop-de-loop, strange adventures. type of thing. And I'm like, okay, hey, I'm on board. This is fucking flying, fast pace, big monsters, and whatever else is going on. But then it like completely changes gear, and Pink Lemonade like wakes up, and that was like a dream. And Pink Lemonade is just like this girl on a bench who has amnesia, and then she like befriends this family. And then the rest of the book has nothing to do with any superheroes or anything else, except that she kind of like wants to remember who she is, and she doesn't know who she is, and she goes to this family, and this family is just like a single mom and daughter, and the mom's like ultra rad, like cool as hell, is a big toy collector of OJ Bot. So then she shows her like her collection room that would make even Ken jealous with how organized and nice this sucker is, with all this OJ Bot, which is basically kind of like an Iron Man or something like that. And then it keeps on subverting expectations. So I thought this was going to be some fun adventure, superhero thing. Then it becomes this weird mystery amnesia thing. Then it becomes like this straight, just alternative indie, non-linear story where who really knows what's going on, touching in with nostalgia, touching in with pop culture, touching in with what comics can be, but then giving you a plot line that no one's dying, there's no fighting, nothing's happening except for this person with amnesia in this weird world who has a cool name, Pink Lemonade, and a cool look, and still has a cool motorcycle. Ends up she wants to save the day. She wants to be like OJ Bot, this person that, this pop culture creature that this single mother was really into. So she wants to be a hero. And then she sees a movie that is filming, and she thinks she's saving the day, but really she's interrupting a movie scene, and the director loves her, and the director wants her in her movie. So then it like goes into a crazy other direction of her like joining the movie and becoming an actress. And it's so wild. It's so fun. Real cartoony art, but real bright and really fun. Like this little panel right there with that guy's face. It's just funny. It's fun. I would after I was said and done with this, I'd give it 5 out of 6 beers. This didn't blow me away in any way, but it was just so great. And it's like, I want more comics like this. If I could have bought 10 comics like this, I would have this week. I totally would have. And also, I don't know if they'll ever do a number 2. Who knows? You could go anywhere with this if you wanted to, but also it'd be like really cool and funny if this was just a one shot. But anyway, Pink Lemonade, if you get a chance, check it out. I mean, because it was fun as hell, and not the kind of comic you'd normally get.
I'm like 100% digging the artwork, just alone on that cover with the typography that they use for the font. But that interior that you were showing off too just totally gives me vibes of what's happening behind me. And I just 100%. Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, it's just like real fun stuff. You know? And but
sharp.
then you think it's going to go into that, but then it really isn't. Then it is mostly like her just like sitting on the couch with these people watching TV.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the comic.
Yeah.
Or just like hanging out or like telling stories. So yeah, it's fun, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, spoiler, she even goes to jail. It's fun. It's a fun book. It goes everywhere. Every page is a new adventure. 5 out of 6 beers. Bam. Pink Lemonade.
Bam. Before I hit my next book, I just thought of a random shout out I need to give. And that goes out to Sean from Fat Moose Comics. Tom, today Sean gave me a holler. So he had a stack of horror comics, and I said, dude, I watched your video. Like, if you ever want to talk sometime, I'd be interested in maybe buying some of those because I'm trying to round out my horror collection. Today he called me, and we had a chance to visit and fly through the need, don't need, because I have it all on a Google Doc.
Sure.
And I was just like, and he was like, holy crap, you don't kid around. I'm like, oh, I take my shit seriously. Like, my collecting's on one. So I'm very excited about some of the offerings he had, and he had a wonderful selection. So of all that, where monsters dwell, and Chamber of Darkness and all that stuff. It's so fun, and so I'm just so giddy because that rounds out a lot of what I'm after.
Nice. Were you able to pick up a bunch from him then?
So he's gonna be shipping out to me. He's gonna follow up tomorrow with the price, and I said I don't really care what the price is because I love you and I want to support your shop, and I'm just so excited, to vote with my money. So
yeah, man,
it's what we do.
That's cool.
Also, really quick, you guys, I did a post in the comic book look, but shout out to Rainbow Comics, shout out to Dr. Christina Blanche and Aya Comics in Muncie, Indiana, and shout out to Mark Scott from he was a vendor at Heroes Con, and just a good friend of mine. All of these shops and individuals, John Nordstrom, have really helped me get in touch with how much I'm excited to just dig into this horror stuff. I completed volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Werewolf by Night, so I am ready to start powering through that now. And the Disney Plus thing just really sparked that energy for me. It made me honestly excited to read again, because I haven't been reading in a while, like actively, and so I crushed a big mountain this past weekend, and it's so fun. So again, thank you to everyone involved. And thank you to Fat Moose Comics again for looking out for me with more horror literature. And I'm excited to get that project going here soon. Complete with video, opening video. It'll be fun. But let's talk about this review. Tom is on the edge of his seat. It's not Marvel, and it's not DC, and there's no tights involved. Holy crap. With that, you guys, what am I talking about? I'm talking about our friends at Vault Comics.
Ooh.
And we are talking about Mindset.
Oh, cool.
So I have a fascination with covers that deal with tech. And so another series that's coming out right now, I haven't read any of it yet, but New Think is another one where they did a pixelated Marilyn Monroe for issue number 3. And their issue numbers are New Think 1.0, 2.0, etc. I'm actually missing the second one, but I have 1, 3, and 4. So I'm really excited to check those out. I dig a different angle to shows. Sleepy, I see you sneaking in here. Good to see you, bro. Beans. Gosh, I haven't talked to you. We're going to have you on again sometime. I miss talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
But Mindset, you guys, what is it about? This book blew my face off. Like, this is probably from a couple months ago. I admittedly need to get the rest of the issues. But in a nutshell, this talks about a student who is pursuing 2 degrees at once. So bio research, and then the other one was like computer engineering kind of thing. And it starts out depicting kind of a murder scene, and he's like, it's not really my fault, but it kind of is. And then it goes into how it's one of those college tales where you get your grades at the end of the semester and you're like, crap, I'm not going to graduate. And so Ben is our main character in the story, and Ben is at risk of not graduating. But he gets his professor on the phone, and he's like, yeah, I can get the lab done that I missed a couple weeks ago. I can get that done tonight. The catch is that there's all these grad parties going on, and the people that need to let him into the lab are the TAs, teacher's assistants. And so he's able to get one, and there's this whole dialogue with the TA and his girl, like, oh, don't be too long. We got so many more parties to go to. And he ends up basically testing on himself and shocking himself, and discovers a way, and I'm going to spoil issue 1 here just because it's so fascinating. They discover how to do mind control through an electronic signal. And it's an interesting premise. So I personally was very entertained by this book just because it made me think of, like, college stress. It made me feel young, you guys. Okay, I'm old. Tom and I are ancient now. It's fine.
Exactly.
But it was just beautiful interior, beautiful writing. I mean, they really did a good job of defining the main character and some of his struggles. They talked about how his parents led a very scripted, fictitious life because they're both prominent realtors. And so all of these family photos and key moments, that was all for their social media. And he was just along for the ride, basically. And he was an afterthought. There was one page I wanted to highlight in here for the art where he shocks himself. And this is what happens. And it's just it's just trippy, it's fun, and it was just really crazy storytelling, and I loved it. But the reason why he knew he discovered mind control through it was a specific frequency, I think, electronic frequency that was being emitted, is he told all of his friends and the TA, okay, everybody, drop your keys, and everybody drops their keys, and they're like, holy crap, so it ended up with this thing of all these minds coming together, like, dude, I think we've just hit something here. So it was really interesting. I didn't go to school for this stuff, obviously, but it's just fun to see that setting of all of my peers are making these apps and selling them for millions of dollars, and I'm a failure, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a different realm that I think the creative team did a great job at bringing me as an outsider into it. And so, just like Dark Ride, number one, I was pleased as punch with this book. This is another 6 out of 6 because of how
Nice.
pleasantly surprised I was by it. I had no idea what I was going into it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was really enjoyable. So.
Dude, I mean, a couple things. First of all, that premise sounds like right up my alley. I can't believe I missed this. Vault is, that's the comic book looks team who put out Autumnal, which is comic books look,
I want to reread that. I was thinking about that.
Favorite book of 2020. Yep. So it's like, yeah, man, I should have probably seen that. I also love covers with tech and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, me and John enjoy tech. We have been on YouTube for 11 years. We're part of the internet culture. We enjoy that stuff. So yeah, man, I should totally check that book out. That's really cool. I loved your review of it as well. I think that was super interesting, the way that they went in and changed the art style. Yeah, man, that's what a cool concept for sure.
Oof. And I'm excited to read New Thing too, because that's similar, where it's cell phones or it's pixelated Marilyn Monroe or whatever.
Yeah.
I just got to get my mitts on issue number 2 and then probably add it to my pull list.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, honestly, I was happy to try these new things out, and I encourage everyone, whether it's at Rainbow or other shops, give it a whirl. Worst case, it's not your favorite and you don't continue buying it, but I've been pleasantly surprised lately with some of the things I've been rolling the dice on. Because with things like X-Men, you know what you're gonna get. Exactly. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. It's for me, it's a superpowered soap opera. That's the only reason I'm in. Yeah. So
who doesn't love a superhero soap opera that's gone on forever? No one. Everybody loves it. I get it, and it's just always exciting to see whatever. Find the new stories, find the new artists, find the new writers. That's fun as well. And so, yeah, John, both of your comics this week were indie. It's like Marvel and DC, they're starting to shed a tear saying, is he leaving us? No, don't worry, guys. He's not leaving you. He's just expanding his horizons. Okay. Exactly. I mean, you see the hat. He's still with you. So then that does bring in this you're doing Werewolf by Night. Got the first 3 series clearly, and this thing on Disney Plus released. What is this? Tell me, is this
goodness, you need to watch it so we can review it first of all. You should totally watch it. It's completely standalone. You don't need to know anything else about what's going on in the MCU. Just dig into it, man. It's an hour of your time. You will not regret it.
So it's like a short film. It's not a TV show and it's not a movie. It's like a short movie.
It's just a short film.
Cool.
Yeah, and you should totally watch it. It's so much fun. And if you do, we can review it this month.
Yeah, totally. I will. I'll watch it this week for sure. So
I thoroughly enjoyed it though. And good for Marvel and good for Disney Plus. It's pushing the envelope in a ton of ways. Acting was solid. I mean, I just was so happy with it. And I haven't even read a lot of the core literature, but a lot of the characters, I have their appearances, their first appearances, all that stuff. I have it all. I just haven't read it yet. So I went into this 100% blind. I want to do an uninformed opinion or a review, and then I want to read all this and then rewatch it and then be like, okay, here's my takeaways,
nice.
And go from there. So yeah,
well, cool. And good on Disney Plus and Marvel for putting out a one shot like that. I mean, that's kind of like, that's cool. Man, I'm totally down. And I'm seeing Sleepy Reader's comment right here. I mean, I love Universal Monsters, so this sounds so cool. I will have to watch it. And if Sleepy loves it, I'm sure it's good too. So
if Sleepy's on board, it's good. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Hey, on another note, are you watching the Game of Thrones follow-up?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, just making sure. I love it, man. It started slow, and I'm like fully on board 100%. I think it's so good. I just have the question, like, whose side are you on at this point? Are you on the Queen and the religion and staying true and believing that those kids are bastards?
Yeah.
Which they are, or are you on the other side? I mean, it's tough, right? Nobody's good. There's no right answer.
There's truly no right answer. You know whose side I'm not on though? is the older version of the princess soon to be heir. I don't like the jump. I thought it was stupid, and I'm like, but the other gal was so great.
Yeah,
Like,
we just got so used to how good of an actress she was.
Yeah, and then she's like, "See ya," and I'm like, "Really though?" Like,
and I think like the blonde like actress isn't as good, and then I think the other actress who was in Ready Player One is actually better. So it was kind of a vice versa. But I'm getting used to these new ones, these older ones now. You know, it's coming around. But yeah, man, I'm loving that too. And you know, old Doctor Who Matt Smith is a real bad guy.
Yeah, I'm on his team. Screw it, let's go. I'm on his team. He should be king. But there to your point, there is so much. It really highlights the humanity of these characters with just how crazy things are. I don't know. It has a lot of uncomfortable truth to it, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, totally.
And you know what? Screw Matt Smith. I'm on the team Dragon. I'm with the Dragons, baby.
Oh yeah, they're always right.
People.
They always
I don't care about any of these people.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Torch them all.
Oh yeah. I'm on Team Torch.
I'm on Team Torch. That's right. But yeah, dude, seriously, if you guys, back to Werewolf by Night, if you haven't watched it, totally watch it. It's so fun. Also, Tom, I just got to highlight really quick. I got to give a shout out to Joe from Average Joe's. He exposed me to Wolf Cop and Wolf Cop 2, which is also a comic series that I did not know. And they proceeded to not make a Wolf Cop 3, but there's comics that continue the story. And I'm like, I need all of that because the movies were so explicit and inappropriate that I saw things that I can't unsee. Like, it's like Werewolf by Night meets an adult film, basically.
No, I've never even heard of Wolf Cop. So that's awesome.
It's fantastic. I was so delighted, and it was so random and funny. So Wolf Cop, shout out to that. Shout out to Joe. And shout out to the Wolf Cop comic series. I'm going to be scooping that up at some point, too. But Wolf Cop. Yep.
That's sweet, dude.
Heck yeah. 'Tis the season, baby.
'Tis the season. Spooky October, man. So fun.
Yeah.
You dressing up this year, John?
No. Like, I think putting my hair down and just, everyone needs a little Jesus in the workplace. It's fine. If anything, I would love to get like a Jesus outfit.
Yes. That would be
just wear it to work. That'd be kind of funny. But
I'd love it.
With my Abercrombie and Fitch sandals. So if anything, maybe that. I don't know how well that'll go over though. I mean, we are still in South Dakota, but oh my god. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Whoa. Did you guys see the GI Werewolf comic back a few weeks ago? Yeah, totally. I have it. Sergeant Werewolf, I think, or something like that. I have not read it yet, but I do have it. I think it's actually part of my horror playlist that I'm putting together. Oh, it's right here. I can show you guys that. Can I show that really quick?
Of course. I want to see what Sleepy's talking about.
All right, so it's right on top here. So Sergeant Werewolf.
Oh yeah, I
that came out a couple weeks ago.
Either yet.
I'm also going to be reading and reviewing She Bites.
Nice.
I'm going to be reviewing The Boogeyman from Ablaze.
Ooh.
I'm going to be reviewing from Boom Studios, The Stuff of Nightmares by R.L. Stine. From Marvel, I'm going to be reading and reviewing The Tomb of Dracula Facsimile, #1 reprints. From Dark Horse, I got everybody down. I have Night of the Ghoul by Scott Snyder.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that. Old Snyder going to Dark Horse.
From Dynamite, I have Siren's Gate, which has some sick artwork in it, like some werewolfy stuff, so I just wanted to scoop it up and try it out. And finally, from DC, I have The Sinister House of Secret Love.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah. So that is my horror playlist that I will be reviewing in detail at a later time.
That last comic looks
fire.
Sweet, John.
Fire. I just told John Nordstrom, with a name like that, I can't say no. I just need it. I need to read this.
Exactly, dude. I want that, man. I want to.
So, awesome. Yeah, you guys, it's an exciting time right now in comics. we appreciate all of you for hanging with us, and apologies again for missing a couple of weeks there. It's mainly on me. I was, yakking at work and lost track of time. So
we'll show up when we want to show up.
Exactly. We're Tom and I, we put the time in. You guys, we're riding those royalty checks at this point. Like, you guys know who we are and everything. It's all good. But we appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us, and of course for tuning in, commenting, Anything else from your side of the globe, Mr. Devine, before we shut her down?
Nope, that's it. We're sitting at 30 minutes. That's a nice, quick episode. We got to talk good comics. John's almost finished with his beer, so we're almost like perfect.
Right on time. Right on time.
Sleepy stopped by, so it was a good episode.
A party. Yeah,
man. No, I'm good. Shut it
Sleepy,
down.
Quick side note for you, too. There's potential I might be looking at Emerald City next year, so if you're in that neck of the woods, definitely keep me posted for 2023.
Sick.
All right. Well, we are a Comic Book Look, you guys. Again, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. If you're in the Sioux Falls area, 42nd, Minnesota. And then if you are in Lincoln, Nebraska, 70th and A. I am, of course, your boy John on Demand. Or if you see me at the store, you can call me Johnny5, as long as you call me. We have Tom Stu Divine over here. These are our social handles, you guys, @ John on Demand, @ Tom Stu Divine. If you're watching on YouTube and want to join us on Facebook to continue that convo, please do. We are a Comic Book Look, and you can certainly join us. We'd love to hear from you and connect. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. And when we shut down an episode of a Comic Book Look, you guys know the drill as always. What do? We keep it comics for sure, man. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.